Hey everybody, welcome back to Rogue Tanks Development. I'm going to show you what I've been working on. Let's go ahead and start off with the versus mode. So I've kind of redone the versus mode select screen here. I can move my mouse over and it'll select different rooms. I've also created these little thumbnails that let you see what the room looks like. I've extended the numbering out to like 32 levels. I plan to have, I guess, 32 levels regular so far. And then like down here, oh, my cursor's not working. I can show you how I can fix this so that my cursor doesn't seem to be showing up down here. But these are going to be like the boss rooms. And these are going to be like, well, I guess I don't know if these will even matter, but these will be like the challenge rooms, like that Space Invaders level I made earlier. I don't know if those would be good for multiplayer or just like a versus mode match. I don't think they should be. I don't know. Maybe I'll change these to something else, but I don't know what else they would be since these are going to be the boss rooms over here. So if I go ahead and click on one of these, you can see it'll take me right into the versus mode, but I mean, I don't have coding for the versus mode yet. Nothing's going to happen if I shoot the other player quite yet. The other player will just be destroyed and nothing else happens. I haven't coded in any kind of handling for what happens when you achieve victory or something. I guess you can also tell that I changed some of the grass. So I didn't like the way that these thumbnails look very spotty. You can really see all the spots that was in the grass before. It still exists with the desert sand, but I think it looks okay in this view. You can see in this level, this thumbnail, that I changed the grass and it looks more solid. It affects all the other rooms as well. It's just the thumbnails I took the pictures before. See, the room doesn't have all that spottiness to it, but I took the pictures before I changed the grass, so the thumbnails still look that way. I can show you how I made thumbnails as well. And then one more thing. In the campaign mode, I've added a new upgrade, and I'm not sure if I like it or not. It required some tweaking in order to just get it to where it is now. Let me see if I can pull it up here. Also, these turrets here are new, because before I just had a bunch of like stationary tanks that wouldn't move, but now I created like a new base sprite for these so that they don't look like tanks that are just sitting there. It looks like they're stationary objects that have turrets on them to fire. Power, here it is. So it increases the power and size of your bullets by 1, also slows bullets. The slowing the bullet thing is something I felt like I had to do in order to balance it, because otherwise it's already a very overpowered thing to move your power of your bullet from 1 to 2. Basically, it changes the attack power of a single bullet from 1 to 2. But it does have special handling for if bullets collide. My bullet is larger, but if it collides with something, it will actually like take power away, like damaging it almost. So you can see the bullet shrinks as it hits the first bullet, and then it's completely gone when it's completely out of there. When you pick that upgrade right now, it slows down your bullet speed and your reload time, because otherwise just increasing the power of a single bullet so that it can go through other bullets is a major buff. And I mean, you can increase it more if you really want to. My bullets are even slower now, and my reload time is even longer. See, I feel like right now it's kind of balanced, but at the same time, it also means it does, more damage. I suppose I could make it so that it doesn't do increased damage, but it's really just so that the bullet can go through other bullets. Maybe that would be fine. I don't know. Well, let me know what you think about this. It seems cool, but it also seems just overpowered. There's a problem here. Oh, I guess my reload time got put before the base, so it sticks the bar out back here. That's problematic for me. I'll have to figure out how to fix that. And to go along with that, I also add a new mini boss. So let me go ahead and get to that point. All right, so here's the boss. He's basically a tank with the larger bullets thing, and I can shoot them and they'll get smaller, of course. I don't know why, but it seems like there's a problem with his aim. Like he's always aiming. Oh crap. He's always aiming like to the side, like his turret isn't quite straight on me. I didn't look into that just yet. But yeah, I'm dead. Armor -3. I guess I should change it to be always just 0 if it ever goes below 0. That wasn't a great demonstration, but it's just a big tank with big bullets. That's the idea. It seems kind of basic. I don't know if I like it. So let me know what you think in the comments. Let's go ahead and get into the coding. So it's not the selection that I have a problem with, the cursor I have a problem with. So I need to copy this down. This is row 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Oh yeah, 32 levels plus an extra 8 for the bosses and challenge levels. 32. And then it's going to be the next row down. I'm taking my cursor position, which just increases based on... This is increasing my cursor position right here. So it's going up to 39 based on my position. If it's in this vertical space here, I have Sep Y and Sep X defined right up here when we go into the mouse controls. They're just arbitrary numbers that I picked that I like where they look, where it looks like, yeah, I like where it's positioned on the screen. I just did a kind of checking that over and over again just to see where I liked it. This is checking the vertical space, and then this is checking the horizontal space, determining where my mouse is to set where the cursor should be. And here is where it actually draws the cursor. So if my versus cursor is less than 40, it's already not less than 32, so it's going to be greater than 32, so it's less than 40. Then draw the cursor in the x plus x separation x times the versus cursor minus 32. Because it's not stretching out left to right 32 spaces, it's going to be within the 8 spaces, so I gotta subtract 32. I'm already guaranteed it's less than 40, so it's going to be a 1 through 8 basic, or 0 through 8, or 0 through 7, I should say, is what this is going to do. The Y position being 4 down, rather this is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 rows down. That should draw my cursor where I want it to be. There we go. See? Works just fine. See my cursor is moving right where I want it to be. I have to give the player object this new variable, bullet power, and then the draw event of the bullet. The player object, when it fires a bullet, it now has this new thing where the bullet has B power, for like bullet power, which equals the player's bullet power. So that's when it's creating the bullet. It sends the bullet the player's bullet's power. So then in the bullet object, in the draw event, it has this image X scale and image Y scale equals bullet power or B power, draw self. I don't think I even had a draw event before, but if I want to, you know, change it besides being just the regular sprite, I gotta have this draw event with these things, the image X scale and image Y scale to stretch it, and then draw self. Yeah, I have this new B power variable that's in here by default, so it's gonna be 1 by default just in case nobody passes on a B power variable to it. When it hits a player, then damage taken is plus equals B power. So the player takes damage based on how big the bullet is. I guess I could just change that back to 1, and then the bullets are just bigger and are able to absorb damage from other bullets. But if a player gets hit by one of these large bullets, it's still just 1 damage. I don't know if that would make me feel better about it, because right now I feel like it's too good. And maybe if I removed the extra damage, I could then remove the decreasing bullet speed from it. I could stop doing the nerf that happens when you choose additional bullet power. And the main benefit of increasing bullet power is that they can go through other bullets. So whenever two bullets hit each other, B power is minus 1. And then it checks if bullet power is 0, then it destroys itself. This is the same code I had before. It's just it's inside this condition of bullet power has to be 0. Because anytime it collides with a bullet, it's going to be minus 1. And if two bullets of like equal power were to collide, I imagine they would continuously hit this minus. You know, it's going to run every frame that they're colliding. So I think they would eventually destroy each other. I'm pretty sure. The way I do screenshots, or for the thumbnails on the level select, is that I go up here and I just turn off the visual instances. I actually need to add this level to the list here. Oops. There we go. It's now in the list of rooms for me to select. Room 21. I'll go into the versus mode, hit select 21. Here we are. I hit Alt, print screen. Then I pull up Paint. Paste that in there. I scroll it up to get rid of that bar at the top. And then I carefully Might be a better way to do this, but I carefully pull this up so that it's, oops, there's still a white line down there. There we go. And then I save it with my other sprites. SPR 21 metal. And then I can close that. Very important to come back in here and turn these back on so that when I'm playing the game I don't show up in this room and they're just not there. Then I pull up my file explorer, go to my folder where it is. I come into here where my sprites are saved, room thumbnails, and I drag this over to here. I change this to middle center. Go ahead and close that. Go back to object game where I'm drawing the thumbnails, which is right here. Let's copy this line, change it to metal 21. It's going to be the next one over on the x-axis, and that should do it. There it is. It's now a new thumbnail for me. In fact, I actually don't think that's final. I probably want to fill in these gaps. I really haven't gone over how I make levels, but I'm going to want to put some of this filler in here, I think, because I don't like the empty space just sitting there. So I'm going to pull this over, kind of make it look like a solid wall, because when you're playing left side of the wall, it's going to look something like that. I think that looks a lot better, and I'll fill in the rest of these after I finish recording here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.